Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Boxing for Real. I'm your host, Don Omega, back with the Miami Vice shirt. Iron Truth, let's go. Okay, well, we had some fights this week. It looked like David Tua got back in the ring. He took 4 rounds to knock out this bum, basically. And Iron Truth said he needed to do it earlier, but you know, he did just carry this guy. It was pretty evident that he was just carrying this guy to get some rounds in, and even when he knocked him out, it looked like he was a little disappointed that he knocked him out right then. But whatever. I don't agree really overall with people carrying fighters. I don't think it does any good.
No, if you can get a guy out of there, you should always just go ahead and do it, no matter what. You can get rounds in the gym, basically. I mean, no, it's not the same as a real fight, of course, but Tua took longer than I thought he would, than I thought he should have. I'm not going to say he should retire like I did earlier. I'm not going to stick to that because he did dominate him completely. It did look like he was taking his time with him, so, you know, it was a decent performance, I guess. But the guy was 41 years old, a complete bum, nobody. But hopefully Tua can keep going and eventually get a big fight against somebody. So.
And also we had Peter Quillen fight, one that they actually showed. He came out, had a slick opponent it looked like, but that ended really quickly. 1 round, knocked out, that man was laid out, and he wasn't able to beat the count, knockout.
Yep, and Peter Quillen's had some devastating knockouts since he's came around. You will have seen him on the Broadway boxing shows, if you've ever seen him, that's where it would have been. He had one knockout back in early August of last year, where he got the guy with the left hook when the guy was coming off the ropes, and he absolutely twisted his neck up very badly. Great looking knockout. The guy was out cold for a while. He's got some serious power, it looks like, and he's a good up and coming prospect to keep watching.
Absolutely. And in the main event, we had Eliseo Castillo versus Johnathan Banks. And it looked like Castillo could not bank on it. For whatever kind of pun you want to use there, insert your own, and then pretend I said it. But anyhow, it was comeback fight of the year, possibly. In the first round, Banks got dropped twice, and it looked like Castillo could not complete the transaction. And Banks was able to hold on and made it through the round, showed great survival technique for that round, especially for someone that's such a prospect with so few fights under his belt. He did really good to do that, and the next couple rounds he was able to sort of turn the tide. And in the 4th round he caught Castillo with a great punch and put him down, and Castillo could not get up.
And I was surprised at how Castillo reacted to that punch coming from just a cruiserweight. He did get knocked out by Vladimir Klitschko in the same round last year in April, and Banks put on a good performance. It showed good heart for him to come back after having a horrible first round, and especially only being only being his 12th pro fight total, so he was inexperienced also, and
I wasn't so surprised that he won because Emmanuel Stewart was his trainer, and when I saw that, actually, I immediately changed my pick right then. I was like, well, Banks will probably win then, because I've never been that impressed by Castillo anyhow. No, he's never shown anything to impress anyone. But I wasn't surprised that he got knocked out, although I was surprised how quickly he got knocked out after he had just knocked Banks down twice in the first round. I expected maybe Banks could maybe hold on for a decision win or knock him out late, but I didn't see it right away in the 4th round after being knocked out twice.
I think Banks being able to come back, that his lack of experience was a little bit made up by probably some sparring at the Crump Gym in Detroit. They're known for their tough sparring sessions, so that probably helped him out.
Even the announcers were saying like Stewart had him in there with Klitschko and who was the other one?
So he had good practice of knocking people out then, I guess.
Someone will let me know who that other one is. They said it, but it was good sparring, that he was the sparring partner for these fighters that are already at a top level. So that obviously has proven to be very good for him. And he was able to pull through with a victory, and he just made a lot of noise for himself in the cruiserweight division with that win. So we'll have to see what he does from here. He could probably take on eventually right now he'd probably be about as ready as he ever would be for like Kelvin Davis or someone like that.
That would be a good fight for him to take, see where he's
Johnny
at.
Nelson, if Nelson would fight him, but Nelson seems content to
not fight.
To keep fighting mandatories.
And Kelvin Davis would be a good fight for him. He's basically a gatekeeper now, pretty much.
Maybe Virgil Hill, I doubt that would get made. So, off TV, they just simply refused to show him. Joe Green was able to knock out his opponent in 2 rounds, although they did not show it on the televised card. Even though fights ended quickly enough where they had plenty of time to show just 2 measly rounds, not even 2 full rounds. They didn't show them. I guess they showed what they think of the fans and what they think of Joe Green by not showing him. But he won, I think, the WBC Youth title or something, some trinket title, of course, but it would have been nice to have seen him fight.
Exactly. Up-and-coming prospect, you always want to see him. They put on women's boxing. That's a disgrace to boxing. And also, Jorge Terán avenged
in a very shitty, boring fight. Yes, he did.
In a draw, he avenged his draw to a very terrible fighter, a bum. I don't know how he had a draw with him in the first place.
I know how he had a draw with him, because the guy was way too competitive with him. He did not look good against this guy at all.
He has looked
This
better.
guy did look like he actually won a couple rounds against him in this fight, which was pretty pathetic, but...
As bad as that is, he has looked impressive in the past, the 2 or 3 other times I've seen him, especially as an amateur. So hopefully he can improve from this and keep on moving up.
I won't miss him if they don't show him again personally. And if he does, I hope he's a lot more impressive than he was that night.
It should be.
Anyhow, also on the Outdoor Life Network, OLN I'm going to call it. I don't know what it's actually called, but anyhow, it looked like Kelly Pavlik got another win, got another knockout win. First person to knock out Bronco McCart. Take that for what it's worth. McCart's definitely faded. Not that he was ever that great of a guy anyhow, great opponent anyhow. But yeah, Pavlik won. It looked like he was knocked down perhaps at one point in the fight actually, but it did look like it was a slip on the replay.
Hit him in the shoulder, it looked like.
And yeah, Pavlik looks to keep fighting the middleweights. He'll probably get a shot against someone like the Abraham winner or something. Maybe Jermaine Taylor, who knows.
Any of those guys will destroy him. He's
didn't look very impressive, overly impressive, nothing real special about him.
Nothing
good solid
terrible
fighter.
About him, but yeah.
Just everything average pretty much.
Definitely.
And on the undercard of that they had Anthony Thompson fight. He also was not looking to his full potential against Muhammad Saeed, or however you say it. And yeah, what can you say? It was he was definitely winning all the rounds, just not as competitively as he could have been. He was fighting down to this guy's level, it seemed like.
I don't know what happened. He looked impressive, but definitely I have seen him look better than that, of course. He put his punches together well and threw some good combinations. Really let his hands go very well in the 7th round, I believe it was. And it looked like he was going to stop him then. Somehow the guy lasted until the 9th round, but he put him down with a good combination. And the referee counted him out or stopped it, whatever. It was a good stoppage there. And Thompson, he's going places, I think, so he can keep moving up, and he's stepping up in his level of competition a little bit.
He needs to just avoid getting hit a little bit more. Yeah. This guy shouldn't have been hitting him. That would be my only real criticism of this fight. He could have got hit a little less by this guy, especially this guy's wide punches. But other than that, as Iron Truth said, he looked good enough to...
Better than Pavlik.
Yeah, and he looked good enough to move on. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's going to be our show for tonight. I'm Don Omega, Iron Truth here. Be sure to check us out on megafights.com. Be